Historic contract signing for a new Exuma International Airport. Senators passed a compendium of bills, and COVID-19 cases in the country continuing to surge. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lissy Bastian. It's Friday, May 7th. Thanks for staying with us. A red-letter day for the island of Exuma as Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, senior government officials and Member of Parliament for Exuma and Ragged Island, Progressive Liberal Party Deputy Leader Chester Cooper, and Exuma residents were on hand to mark another milestone, the groundbreaking and contract signing for a multi-million-dollar airport on the island. The Exuma International Airport in Georgetown, a modern facility that will be the envy of the region, according to the Prime Minister.
Early in my administration, we made a commitment to Exuma to build a state-of-the-art airport in Georgetown, a modern facility that would be the envy of the region. We recognize that the airports have a direct positive correlation to the growth of the economy. We envisaged that this facility will one day become a major airline hub and cargo facility for the southern Bahamas. And today, I am happy to deliver on this promise.
According to Dr. Minnis, in less than 2 years, the airport project should be complete. Like with the acquisition of the Grand Bahama Airport just last week, the PM notes that it is the intent of the government to identify the best partner to plan, develop, finance, and manage the Exuma International Airport, the planned North Eleuthera International Airport, the new Deadman's Key International Airport, the Leonard Thompson International Airport, the airport under construction and soon to be completed in Great Harbor Key, and the previously completed San Salvador International Airport.
The planning for the brand new Exuma International Airport is completed. We are ready for execution phase of this project. The proposed airport terminal building is designed to meet the functional and qualitative requirements of a modern international airport. The greenfield option was chosen so the existing airport terminal building may continue to operate until the new facility is available for operation. Thereafter, the existing facility will be converted to other uses. The approximately 60,000 square feet air terminal building has 100% emergency power backup. It is designed to require a minimum of maintenance.
Tourism Minister Denicio de Aguilar touted the International Airport project just days after the Bahamas signed another historic agreement, the management of the Bahamas' airspace, and a week after purchasing the Grand Bahama International Airport.
This Minnis-led administration clearly has an ambitious agenda for Bahamian aviation. And as such, here we are today, breaking ground on the much-needed, long-sought-after Exuma International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, this groundbreaking today represents the single largest investment ever on any airport in our Family Islands. This $65 million airport project demonstrates to the people of Exuma the importance this Minnis-led administration attaches to continuing to develop your infrastructure, so critical to keeping your economy growing by leaps and bounds.
According to the PM, Exuma is one of Tier 1 airports. It has been identified as an immediate priority for upgrades to meet ICAO or regulatory standards. The government has partnered with Wosley Construction Company as the contractor, whose president, Ashley Glinton, says they intend to hire 75 to 100 Bahamians for this project. The government has also partnered with Royal Fidelity as the principal financing partner for the tranche of funds needed to build this modern airport facility. Senators debating a bill for an act to amend a compendium of financial services bills in the upper chamber this morning. Here's Leah Cooper with more details.
Leading off debate was leader of government business in the Senate, Attorney General Carl Bethel, who says this amendment was designed to address issues surrounding the ease of doing business and implement enhanced regulatory tools to enable the Securities Commission to better regulate its registrants and licensees.
So this government, though, notwithstanding the dangers, if you will, of too much freedom, if you will, has decided to err on the side of transparency, fairness, good governance, and information. And I want the Bahamian people to know that we have basically opened the doors to public oversight of every aspect of government decision making going forward. That's what a good government does.
Addressing the insurance amendment bill, which was debated in the lower chamber this past Wednesday, Senator Bethel says this is long overdue. Section 30 of the Insurance Act requires companies to obtain prior approval from the Insurance Commission whenever there is a change in the beneficial ownership of the company. However, there is no specific requirement for companies to obtain prior approval whenever there is a change in senior management. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis noted in the lower chamber on Wednesday that the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force considered this a deficiency in the current insurance legislation, and it was deemed to affect the Commission's ability to prevent criminals from doing business in the insurance sector after the initial company registration.
Our goal is to be either compliant, fully compliant, or largely compliant in all of the FATF 40 recommendations, which will put the Bahamas right at the top of the list, along with countries like Denmark and Sweden, and in terms of full compliance. Why do we want to do this? Why is good enough not enough? Good enough isn't good enough because these areas continue to change and evolve as new risks are perceived. And if we sit around and believe we could sit on our laurels and don't keep abreast of changes, we run into the problem of where the former government had us.
The bills have since been debated and passed with no objections. Reporting for Jcn News, I'm Leah Cooper.
In our national COVID-19 news, COVID-19 cases in the country continue to surge, with 62 new additional cases added to the national count. COVID-related deaths also increasing by 1, with health officials confirming the unfortunate death of a 56-year-old female of New Providence who died on Thursday, May 6. This death pushes the national death toll to 212. Additionally, the Ministry of Health in its latest update also confirming 1 death under investigation, pushing that total to 26. As for those 62 new cases, after 704 tests completed for Thursday, 45 cases were confirmed on New Providence, 6 on Andros, 4 on Grand Bahama, 2 each on Abaco and the Berry Islands, and 1 on Inagua. 2 cases with locations pending. A further breakdown of those cases show that 42 of the cases are females and 20 are males. Total case count now at 10,773. Of that figure, 707 are active cases, 50 of which are in hospital, 5 in the intensive care unit. 48 cases recovered on Thursday, pushing recovered cases to 9,781. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis announcing that no decision has been made on whether the emergency powers orders will be extended beyond May 23rd. He tells reporters this much during a sideline interview at the groundbreaking ceremony of the Exuma International Airport in Exuma this afternoon.
I couldn't say at this point in time. We've been watching the statistics, watching the hospitalization, watching the response of the public. Main objective and goal moving forward is to ensure that we come out of what we're going through as quickly as possible. So I would discuss with physicians, hear their views, and after which discuss with my colleagues and then come up with a final determination which is best for the nation.
The country has been under state of emergency for more than a year as the country continues to battle with the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, when asked if there may be any new legal framework as it relates to the order, Dr. Minnis says this.
We have been working on a new legislative framework, but I don't know the direction we will take at this particular point. Whichever direction we take a direction that is best for the Bahamas and best for the Bahamian populace.
Reporters also asked if there could be a possible adjustment to curfew, mainly here in the capital. Dr. Minnis responds with this.
Those are matters I consult the medical professionals. Like when we extended Grand Bahama, it was the professional's opinion that yes, Grand Bahama's turn and we can extend it. Then we also extended, I think, Abaco. It was the professional's opinion that yes, you can extend, lift the curfew, and we continue to monitor the situation. So we look at all the islands individually and make determination.
The current state of emergency is set to expire on May 23rd. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.